Yeah, right here. Just wrapping up an email note. Greetings, my friends, and welcome. Great to have you here. Rush Limbaugh, the EIB Network, and the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. A brief departure today. Normally, it's been this way for the past, number of years, but particularly in the last 2 or 3 weeks, at least half of every day's audio soundbite roster has been about me. What I've been doing is relegating those sound bites to the last hour of the program so as to avoid any catcall criticism that I want to make this all about me. But today I can't. I've got to move this stuff to the top because it's relevant. We'll get to it just a second. I have a question, folks. I really am bugged by something here. I'm watching all of this talk about banning the Oscars. And all these Hollywood liberals and Hollywood actors and actresses are running around saying, we can't go to the Oscars. There aren't any black nominees. It's a racist bunch. It's racism, and we're not going to go support it. If that's the case, then why aren't all good liberals boycotting the Democrat presidential primaries? Which is whiter? A list of Oscar nominees or the Democrats running for president? Is there a whiter group among those two? It would seem to me that if you're going to boycott the Oscars, which is not nearly as important as the presidential race, if you're going to boycott the Oscars because there are no black nominees, well, then it seems to me you would boycott the Democrat presidential primaries because there aren't any black candidates. It's a reasonable question to me. Clint Eastwood before I get to Eastwood, has anybody ever heard of the actress Julie Delpy? D-E-L-P-Y. I never have. I don't know who she is, but there's a big story on her. This is an independent. I guess she acts in independent movie productions rather than big studio jobs. She said the most incredible thing. This is in the New York Daily News on Saturday. Julie Delpy says nothing is worse than being a woman in Hollywood. Quote, I sometimes wish I were African American. Holy smokes! Are these people obsessed with ethnic and identity? Well, of course they are. Makes the perfect point. Indeed, darling, Julie Delpy says that she would rather be black than be a woman in Hollywood. She was in something called Before Midnight. You know what Before Midnight is? Nobody knows what that... Okay, fine. The Before Midnight star argued that women have it the worst amid uproar over this year's Lily White Oscar nom. Why aren't we seeing similar stories about the Democrat presidential primary? You talk about Lily White, not only Lily White, but I mean Jurassic Park old to boot. You got Hillary, you have Crazy Bernie, and then you've got Abs, which is Martin O'Malley, he's there for what reason nobody really can figure out. And these clowns are having a seminar tonight or a town hall or some such thing on CNN because was it Bernie upset they've scheduled all these things on Saturday nights that nobody has seen? Oh, no, that's not why. I take it back. They're doing this because Bernie has launched so far ahead of Hillary that the Hillary camp got hold of Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz and said, look, we need to do something about this. We tried to hide all this, but Bernie's skyrocketing past us, and he is. I mean, it's by a big number. Not just in the polling data, but also in in fundraising. Clint Eastwood has come out and said this boycott of Hollywood by black actors is nonsensical. He said not everybody can win an Oscar. He slammed those boycotting next month's Epidemic Awards. He criticized the idea of a boycott. He said a lot of people are crying, I guess. Do you hear what's her name? Charlotte Rampling. She said, why this is an attack on this is against racism against whites. If the blacks say they're not going to show up, then that's racism again. And everybody jumped down her throat, and she's had to clarify and restate her thoughts. I mean, they really, what do you mean white? There's no such thing. And then Stacey Dash over at Fox said, you know what? This is all crazy. Not only should we stop this stupid boycott, we need to shut down BET. We need to shut down the BET Awards and all these segregate. Look, if we want to be integrated, we want to be integrated. If you want to be segregated, but you can't have both at the same time. And, of course, everybody jumped down to her throat, but Stacey Dash doesn't care. She didn't apologize or reissue any clarifications.